Good morning, world. This morning, I will briefly talk about a few things dealing with the cultivar of species that I'm dealing with right now, which is from like the family called Solanaceae. Solanaceae deals with the main byproduct that allows peppers to reach their hotness. It's called. You look at the seeds; they have a. It's kind of like an external coating that goes in through the exoskeleton as well as the outside of the cell membrane, which allows you to have that hotness. And for those who have become aware of that in terms of how peppers have changed over the last couple of years, they have a thing called the Chile Institute, which actually goes based on the Scoville unit system to see how hot the pepper can be done. Yes, they have heirloom products that have been, some of the original species of that particular thing, and then they have open pollinated, which sometimes are done by the bees, but the bees have been very scarce this year. So sometimes the few butterflies you come in that see in your area, they have a tendency to actually bring pollen to those plants because some plants, they operate differently. But the main thing to do is as you go through that, you observe different things. On these leaves, I have to relook at them. Some I see a few bite marks from probably the flea beetle. Other parts I see translucent from the yellows. It could be either nitrin, phosphorus, potassium content, but then I look at sometimes it's browning, a different level. I just came out here a couple of days ago and reviewed, it did inventory, went around looking for insects, and I see a few things. Like for example, if you get closer, deep between this small patch, you see two soft-body insects trying to actually investigate and invade this natural setting. But it's natural to them as well. They have a tendency to lay on the area, create kind of like an ulcer in the plant, and suck away the nutrients. That's not going to happen today. But mainly, know that if you're growing any type of peppers like a minimum temperature of 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and then optimal between 85 to early 90s, depending on the sun shade ratio you give them. They require at least 1 gallon of water per week, depending on how much you're trying to yield in that certain species. But it's very prolific. If it's a life learning opportunity to learn, and then ultimately you grow and have fresh fruit and vegetables from your own product line. Be blessed and understand gardening is essential.